Good evening. I'm going to try that one more time. Use our outside voice. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And let's see if we can hear the people online. Good evening, those online. We are glad to have you here. I'm Franklin Baker, the President and CEO of United Way of Central Maryland. We are really excited to have you here at the Changemaker Challenge in Harford County. Give it up for Harford County. I want to start by thanking Tune, the Towson University, Northeastern Maryland, for generously donating this incredible space here tonight. And we really appreciate it. And our media sponsor, WBL TV, as well as their stations, WBL Radio, News Radio, and 98 Rock, for spreading the good word about the Changemaker Challenge. Working with our partners, we started the Changemaker Challenge in Howard County. 2017, had a phenomenal time on that first event, just to spark new ideas for social change. Since then, it's been picking up great momentum. Since then, we've witnessed firsthand the meaningful, and I dare say positive difference that really has had in creating and sort of fostering this sense of expanding across greater Baltimore. So it started there, mushroomed out to all throughout Central Maryland. So United Way's mission, for those who've been following us, working with us closely in so many ways, is very simple: to improve lives. So we work day and night, every day of the year, really to make this happen. We're working hard to find solutions to emerging needs, but it doesn't, and it simply can't stop there. It really cannot stop there. We work to find and support those grassroots, on the ground, boots on the ground leaders, because we know they're among the best equipped to drive real change within their communities. So through the Changemaker Challenge, we're able to give more people a seat at the table. We believe that there are so many leaders in every nook and cranny here in Harford County and all throughout Central Maryland. So we improve lives by two ways. The first is building leaders from the boardroom to the block. Every single person, regardless of their zip code, the neighborhood, income levels, can be, in fact, leaders, right, in their own rights. We have so many leaders here tonight, as well as those that will be presenting their great ideas. So that's important for us. And secondly, we mobilize the caring power of communities all throughout Central Maryland. That involves lots and lots of people working in companies, working for foundations and nonprofits, government. How do we work together to mobilize the caring power? And just the fact that you all are here tonight, you care about this cause, you have maybe a friend or two or a loved one who's presenting tonight, you care about impact. So thank you all again for that. So we just really want to make sure that we clear this. We are doing this together. There's no way we can do this impact work alone. It takes all organizations, partners, everyone who's involved in this process to make change happen. So it's important to point out that the Changemaker Challenge isn't a competition. Oh, I thought it was Shark Tank Light. No, folks, this is not about necessarily competition as much as it is about making sure we're finding ways to creatively close equity gaps, finding ways for each of us to think above and beyond what might be right in front of us, think about it in a different way, right, a nuanced way, so we can really drive change together. So we're just celebrating all these great ideas and thanking everyone who took the time to put together slides and think about their idea in a different way. So it's really not necessarily a competition. We are rewarding those who we believe have just incredible ideas that we think is really going to help the needle to move forward. So we are grateful for that. Those you'll hear from tonight and all who have created, or who have entered, I should say, the Changemaker Challenge have truly inspired and impressed us with their dedication to creating a change for the better. So to that end, this is really important, all of the people that have participated in all the locations, including Harford County, all of them are winners. How do you say that? Why do you say that, Franklin? Because every single one of them received a stipend of $1,500, as well as coaching, getting their ideas together, helping with their video presentation, et cetera, whatever additional supports. Our incredible team has been really working arm in arm with them. So every single person, whether they win an actual prize tonight, are really actually a winner in many ways. Yes, thank you. And supporting the Changemakers continues beyond tonight. This is really cool. So each grant recipient will receive a year-long access to the Lonely Entrepreneur Platform. I hear silence. What is the TLE? It's a learning community that really does provide group coaching and a one-stop shop for the knowledge, the tools, the supports that are needed to start or grow a business or a big idea. So every single one of the folks involved really will have an opportunity to become a part of that Lonely Entrepreneur Program. So at United We will continue to share their stories to drive even more support for their big ideas and to spread the word about the importance of change at the local grassroots level. So tonight we're here to celebrate, to amplify, applaud the voices of these local, we like to call them activists, change agents, right? Thank you all for your big and bold ideas. I can't wait to see some of them tonight. And now I'd like to introduce our MC, Liz Acosta. Liz has deep ties to Harford County. She's also United Way's Associate Vice President of Governance. In her role, really fascinated to work with her in this role because she's worked in 2 different positions prior to this role. But in her role, she works closely with our Region United Network Advisory Board. This is a group of local leaders here. Derek, thank you for being here tonight. And we thank Lynn, as well as several others that are here tonight. Mary Beth, I think I see you in the back. Really incredible local leaders. They are the eyes and ears on the ground here in Harford County as they identify opportunities and changes that can be made in Harford County to make it even better. So Liz is also first-generation Cuban. Let's give it up. Yay. Cuban-American. She knows firsthand the power of working with people who speak your language and understand, most importantly, your culture, right? And so that's what our Changemakers are bringing us tonight. They know Harford County and they understand what it needs. So let's give it up for Liz Acosta, our MC for tonight.
Gracias, Franklin. All right, I think that he's giving me permission. You see, he's giving me permission to do this evening's program in Espanol. So if that's okay with you, repeat after me. Just kidding. Hey, we're gonna have fun here tonight. I know we're in a classroom, but that does not mean that we cannot have fun. So are you guys ready to have fun? All right. Okay, I heard that we can have fun in the classroom. I'm super excited, super privileged, super honored to be here as your MC. Not just because I have ties to Harford County, as Franklin mentioned. I love Harford County. This is the 5th and final Changemaker Challenge, and it's happening in the best jurisdiction, in my opinion. All right? But that's not the only reason that I'm super excited about being your MC this evening. I'm excited to be here probably for the same reasons that each of you are excited to be here. And that's because this evening we're going to hear from some Harford County change makers. These are people that have been dreaming about this vision that they're going to unveil in front of you. They've been wanting to cast that for a long time, and tonight they get that opportunity. And even furthermore, they now want to carry it out. And here's the best part. They don't want to do this for selfish reasons. They want to do it for 2 reasons, and Franklin mentioned it already, to improve lives. That's why they want to do it. They don't want to increase their bankroll. They don't want to get rich off of these ideas, although some of them may, but they want to improve lives. What an awesome way, in my opinion, and I'm sure that you would agree, for one to lead their lives serving others. And that's what these Changemakers want to do. So that's why I'm super excited to be here this evening emceeing with you tonight. And I bet if we all had a drink from Sobar in our hand, we would all toast to that. Can I get an amen? All right. Okay. Now listen, so you have a role to play this evening besides listening to the ideas. And the role that you play is, as you're listening to these ideas, if you even get like a tiny little inkling about a connection that you can make for one of these change makers, please jot that down and connect with them before the night is over. Because tonight is not the end of anything. It is simply the beginning. And there's some big dreams that are going to be unveiled here tonight. Some big vision. Y'all better be ready to catch it, and then y'all better be ready to carry it. And so we need you, so everyone here has a part. So if there's a connection you can make or a resource that you can connect them with, please do so. So Thank you, Changemakers that are here with us, for your big, bold ideas. We cannot wait to hear them. Now, there are some folks in attendance this evening that I don't envy, and that's our judges, because they have a really difficult job. Yes, so let's give it up for our judges. And I can hardly wait to introduce them to you. These are folks that were chosen for these positions because they truly do care about the health and the advancement and improving lives in Harford County. So why don't we take a moment now to get to know our judges, let them tell you who they are, who they represent, and perhaps why they feel like they can make a difference being a judge here this evening. So we will start with you, Jacqueline Weber.
We're going right in the middle.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm Jacqueline Weber. I actually just got married, so I have a new last name. It's Coates, so I'm Jacqueline Coates. Nice to meet you all.
Cool.
Thank you. So I actually work here at Towson University in Northeastern Maryland. I'm our assistant director. I've been here since January, but I've been working at Towson University for many, many years. My previous position was in substance use counseling and prevention in our counseling center. So I'm very excited to be here at TUNE. I live in Harford County. I love Harford County. I have a big family here. I'm very excited to be a part of this experience, and I'm really looking forward to it. We've gotten a chance to review everybody's information. It was really inspiring, and I'm really excited. So Good luck to everybody.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay, Eric.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Hurt. I'm a senior accountant with Robert Half, and I'm also excited, and I'm going to try not to be too hard on everybody.
All right, Eric, thank you. All right, and last but certainly not least, Mulu Parks, who is representing also our Harford County Run Board. So, yeah.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Mulu Parks. I work at Upper Chesapeake Outpatient Clinics. I'm very excited and honored to be here this evening. It's been a pleasure to review a lot of the ideas that we have, so I'm looking forward to hearing more.
All right, great. Welcome. Thank you. And thank you for your time and your commitment to help us here this evening. So one of the finalists asked me the other day, they said, so do we have, like, are we going to have, like, walk-up music when we get up to our thing? And I was like, walk-up music? I knew we forgot something. So no, we don't have walk-up music. But then I thought to myself, it's the 5th and final Changemaker Challenge, and we really gotta raise the roof, and we gotta make this a fun one. And I said, okay, we don't have walk-up music. We don't have time to program walk-up music with our great tech team in the back, by the way. Let's give it up for our tech team. But I said, we can. Well, yeah, we can probably do that. But I said, you know what? We have a room full of people. Like, wait a minute, I got an idea. And everybody's got 2 laps, right? And everybody's got 2 palms. So we are going to make the walk-up music for each of our finalists. But don't worry, if you can't catch or carry a tune, that is okay. We are not gonna sing, and don't worry about skipping a beat, because it's really simple. So repeat after me. All right, and what does that sound like? We will rock you. Rock you. Buddy, you're a boy, you're a... All right, so here's how it's gonna work. When I introduce our finalists, they are gonna come up here, and I'm gonna cue the walk-up music, and you're gonna do what? Don't be a big disgrace now, y'all. All right, so let's get this party started. So first up, we have Tequity for All. Let's hear about Tequity for All's big idea. Let's go. We will rock you.
Oh, you gotta do this too.
Oh, good.
Good job. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Good evening, judges, audience. Okay, are you ready? Okay.
So, what's more exciting than robots in elementary school?
Oh.
Why
What?
robots in elementary school?
So, many of you have children. We're both educators. Picture a 9-year-old student who is consuming technology every day, laptop, switch, phone, Chromebook, and then is asked to sit in a classroom without technology and try to absorb information in a sit-and-get environment. So, but now think about the same student learning problem solving, critical thinking, and teamwork, using hands-on, collaborative robotics programs. So to build a school, build a classroom where it's not just about textbooks and exams and lecture, but about sparking curiosity and fostering a love of discovery. So with your help, we'd like to make that a reality in all 3rd through 5th grade classrooms in Harford County Public Schools with the Sphero Bolt Robotics Labs. I'm Verna Heiser, nationally board certified gifted and talented resource specialist and elementary computer science coach in Harford County.
And I'm Meg Marks. I'm an elementary school librarian serving in our Title I schools. So, those robots. Sorry, I'm a teacher. We don't stand in front of mics. So, what's more exciting than getting those robots into the kids' hands?
So, as a 10-year veteran of coaching First Lego League robotics, I can tell you that there's not anything much more engaging than robots to elementary school students. But more importantly, research shows that incorporating educational robot programs in early education experiences has led to significant improvements in critical thinking skills, problem solving, and it helps them develop an understanding of technology, which you think, why do they need to understand technology? They consume it all day. But they need to understand it, how it works, how it can work for them, how can they learn to be producers of it, because these are kids who are going to be choosing electives in middle school that could lead them to a magnet program, and they need exposure. Every kid in the county needs exposure to these robotic programs, not just in schools that can afford it. So we're asking you to invest in the future of Harford County by supporting the purchase of the Sphero Bolt Mobile Robotics Labs. These rotating labs will be accessible to all 8,000 students in grades 3 through 5. We'll be rotating them around elementary schools, and they will have access to the hands-on, engaging, collaborative robotics curriculum. Sorry. So elementary computer science is definitely a work in progress. So since 2020, Harford County students have been engaging with code.org to learn a little bit about coding and computer science through their media curriculum. And in addition, Harford County has invested in Sphero Indie robots and Code and Go mice, which are appropriate for our K-2 students. With the Sphero Bolts, we can give them, the older students, an age-appropriate robotics curriculum to help them stay engaged and learn about technology. So, sorry.
Help us make change. I see we're way over.
Sorry.
Your time is up. All right. Robots are the future, right? So we might as well get started now. All right. Okay, Eric, do you have a comment or question for Tequity for All?
Yes, I have 2 questions. So, I know your ideas are destined to build the next generation of STEM leaders in Harford County while they achieve success inside and outside the classroom through the skills they learn. My first question is, how will this program be rolled out amongst various schools to ensure fairness and access to the program?
You want to cover that?
Yep, so the plan is that we will buy enough kits that they can rotate with our gifted and talented teachers. They will carry the kits back and forth between the 2, maybe 3 schools that they need to be shared with. Librarians and classroom teachers will all have access to them, so they will reach all 35 of our elementary schools.
Okay. Well, that's the only question I asked.
Thank you.
All right. Let's give it up for Tequity for All. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, super excited to introduce this next finalist. So why don't we give it up for Ballet After Dark?
Bridgerton has just started. My name is Tide Courtney, and I'm the founder of Ballet After Dark, an organization that uses arts and cultural programs to encourage Black and brown girls and young women to heal their minds and bodies. I founded this organization after surviving a rape. Working with law enforcement opened my eyes to the lack of resources that centered girls and women that looked like me. Poverty is one social determinant of health that keeps Black and brown girls from having access to menstrual supplies and education. In Maryland, there are 1.2 million girls and women between the ages of 12 and 44. In Harford County, 26% of Black and brown residents live below the poverty line, and 20% of female-headed households live below the poverty line. bringing me to my next point, period poverty, which can be defined as the lack of access to menstrual supplies and hygienic bathroom spaces during monthly menstrual cycles. It's estimated that 1 out of every 10 menstruating young girls and women miss school monthly due to lack of resources and adequate health care. Poor menstrual care will not only lead to physical health issues such as reproductive issues and UTIs, but also poor mental health, negatively linking the cycle to feelings of shame and trauma. So, what's our big idea? We'll be launching Period, a fellowship program offering comprehensive menstrual, reproductive, and sexual health education for girls taught by girls. With your support, we'll be partnering with Springboard Community Services and the Public Library to hire Black and brown young women ages 16 to 24 as peer educators. They'll receive training on our branded curriculum featuring 8 comprehensive modules designed to engage girls as young as 6 years old. Our peer educators will educate and empower girls living with period poverty throughout Howard County by creating tutorials and offering free workshops and trainings, all accessible with a trip to your local library. They'll also pack and distribute free organic menstrual supplies, and they get paid, which is something we all love. So, if you believe in our mission of empowering the next generation of girls, then vote for us today. And that's on Period.
Yes, girl. I love it. Not only educating, but empowering young women and providing them with critical things that they need, critical needs. So that's great. Yeah. All right, Jacqueline, do you have, what else do you want to know about Ballet After Dark?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that. So it sounds like Period builds on an already pretty successful initiative by filling a gap that's tremendously needed through comprehensive health education and necessary resources. Can you talk a bit about the plan to collaborate with community organizations to amplify your impact?
Yes, so we had an opportunity a few years ago to connect with Springboard Community Services. They were the organization that really opened our eyes to the lack of resources that were centering Black and brown community members in Harford County. So we have decided to bring all of the resources that we're having such good success with and extending them into the county. This goes beyond making sure that accessible menstrual supplies are an option, but the curriculum has been created also as a child abuse prevention tool, teaching these children about their sexual organs and reproductive organs will also make it easier for them to be able to report any type of inappropriate sexual contact that they may be having with community members.
Wonderful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, next up, we want to hear the big idea from Be More Skate Youth Project. So come on down to your walk-up music.
Hello, everybody. All right, let's get started. All right, so believe it or not, that is me at 7 years old. And at 7 years old, I was the youngest person ever to do a 540 backflip. I was in the DO Tour, and I was ranked in the top 10 athletes in Maryland with Michael Phelps, Terrell Scruggs. So at 18 years old, I went on to tour the world, including Japan, Denmark, and England. And while I was touring, one of my favorite things was seeing the smile on these kids' faces. And I would even start teaching them how to skateboard. So I came back to Baltimore, and I got approached by a family. And the family had a young skateboarder that got killed by a texting driver, and they wanted to build a skate park after him. So I partnered with them, and while doing this, my main mission was to help the kids and help them learn how to skateboard. So our first event had just 2 kids, but our last one just a couple weeks ago had 150 kids. And what I've learned by doing this is it's not just skateboarding. It teaches perseverance, confidence, determination, and to be an individual. And to see the smiles on these kids' face, it's just the best feeling in the world. And not only that, we've started Create and Skate, which is this new studio where we get these kids and they don't even have to skateboard. They can do videography, photography, fashion. And we've learned they all share the same quality and these same important life lessons. And I know this can be so powerful in Harford County because Harford County just made such a good skate park. I go there all the time. And let me tell you, I have seen a lot of skate parks. And just when we had our event just a couple weeks ago with 150 kids, people from Harford County were coming and they were like, we need this at our skate park. And I couldn't agree more. And as you see behind me, this is Create a Skate. This is the new studio we build. And we're already in talks with Harford County Rec Department, and we want to bring this to Harford County as well. So we want breakfast and boards, which is what is already a proven success in Baltimore. And we want to bring that here at the new skate park. And we want to bring these in the rec room so these kids can learn videography, fashion, photography, and just learn these life lessons naturally and build a community one smile at a time.
Always wanted to learn how to skateboard. Is it too late for me?
No.
You know, I bet
we actually just put in rings. So my mom's in the crowd, and she was there at the studio with these rings, and you hold on to them, and you can't fall.
All right.
There's definitely hope for you.
Well, good. All right, great. Well, you know, I bet you can win a prize if you could teach me how to skateboard with heels. Want to try? All right. I don't know. All right, Mulu, what do you want to learn about Skate Project?
It sounds so cool. By bringing together skating and art, your idea will inspire young people to be confident in their creative thinking and dynamic ideas. I would like to know, however, if you could expand on how you plan to build partnerships.
So let's say in Baltimore right now, we've partnered with Waterfront Partnership. We work here and there with living classrooms in the Boys and Girls Club. So in Harford County, we're in talks with Parks and Recs, and we definitely want to bring it to the skate park with the help of this Changemaker challenge. And we've already done that in Baltimore, so we want to emulate the success we've already had in Baltimore and help kids here.
All right, great. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate it. All right, my friends, let's give it up for Arrow Child and Faith Ministries. Come on down.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this is pretty nerve-wracking. My cards are all sweaty, but... Hi, I am Tracy Coleman. I am the Director of School and Community Engagement for Arrow Child and Family Ministries. And this is...
I am Rob Vassar. I am the Associate Vice President at Child and Family Ministries, Arrow Child and Family Ministries.
We're a little nervous. Arrow Child and Family Ministries has been helping youth and families in the Maryland area for over 25 years. Our motto, our mission is helping kids and strengthening families. Arrow is seeking funding through the through the United Way Changemaker Challenge Grant so that we can expand our transition-aged youth program in Harford County. One of the things with transition-aged youth, I don't know if you've ever considered what happens to a child when they age out of the foster care system, but when kids age out of the foster care system, ages 18 to 21, they lose the only support that's positive that they've had in their life. The national average for aging out over the nation is 10%, but right here in Maryland, that's 18%. 1 in 4 of those young adults will experience homelessness between the ages of 19 and 21. 2% of the youth only 2% earns a 4-year college degree. 1 in 4 young adults experience the homelessness. But one thing that I feel very much impacts is 7 out of 10 females who age out of the program become pregnant by the age of 21. At Arrow, our average of graduation is 90%. That's higher than the national average. The TAY program supports youth from care to independent living to becoming a productive member of your community. I'm so okay, I'm sorry. We're good. Okay. So Arrow partners with Harford County businesses, and we partner with Harford County Department of Social Services, and it has helped us to create an authentic program that bridges the youth in our area from transition-age young adults into self-reliant community members. And while you may be asking, how does this impact our community? It impacts generations upon generations. So we are looking to expand our program so that we can apply wraparound services of mental health, employment, independent relationship building, and being productive members in their community.
Thank you. You did great. You did excellent. You did excellent. You know, yes.
I'm ready to run by.
Well, you know, one of the goals of the Changemaker Challenge is to close service gaps and then to provide what? Equity, opportunity, and access. And it sounds like this project is going to do exactly that for a population with unique needs. So thank you for that. All right, Jacqueline, what do you want to hear more about from this presentation?
That was wonderful, and you did great. You crushed it. Creating wraparound services for young people transitioning out of foster care is absolutely filling a great need in our community. How would, if these funds were awarded, help expand on your existing program even more? Can you just chat about that a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a brick wall between services for foster youth and services for adults. So once you leave foster care, you can't access all the services that you have, all the supports that you have dropped away. Because this program is grant funded, we are able to bridge that gap and make sure that we can walk with them into adulthood. But we have one staff person who's doing it. She is here tonight. She does a fantastic job, but she is just one person. So additional funding would allow us to hire more staff to reach out and support more young folks and support them longer.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, guys. Okay. Aren't these great ideas we've heard so far? Huh? I told you the judges have a very hard job here this evening. All right, let's hear from our next Changemaker. Let's give it up for Harford Community College Foundation. Take it away.
Sorry, a longer walk for our entrance music. I'm Ashley Meisel, and I'm the Dean of Nursing and Allied Health at Harford Community College.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Girardi, and I am Associate Professor at Harford Community College. I teach mental health. And we are here to share a little bit about our idea, which is called a standardized patient program and the impact on the community.
Did you know that high-fidelity mannequins are used in pre-licensure nursing education to replace or amplify real-life clinical experiences for nursing students? In fact, these simulation experiences are critical in the curriculum, as they have been found to improve students' knowledge, retention, communication skills, self-efficacy, satisfaction, and problem-solving skills.
To help ensure that our nursing students have the most current training to be professionally effective in various healthcare settings, Harford Community College has a robust simulation center where students practice skills with many populations, including medical surgical, mental health, pediatrics, and maternal newborn. To complement our curriculum, we seek funding to invest in a standardized patient program using actors trained to portray a patient for instruction, practice, and evaluation of nursing skills. This would allow students to engage their training in a realistic and immersive, yet risk-free environment. The use of standardized patients presents realism for the students, overcoming limitations of high-fidelity mannequins that are, after all, computers, no matter how lifelike they may seem. Human actors can do things that mannequins cannot: think, feel, share emotion, and give detailed feedback. For example, a standardized patient could present with left-sided weakness, confusion, and slurred speech to allow the students a real-life opportunity to identify that a patient is experiencing a stroke and provide care that would otherwise not be able to occur with a mannequin.
Per state and federal guidelines, nursing students are unable to administer medications independently in healthcare settings. But with standardized patients in our program, students could practice medication administration with simulated dosages and tools. Other basic skills may include vital signs and physical assessments. Additionally, students are usually not exposed to extreme clinical scenarios. However, standardized patients can present as emotionally charged or in crisis, providing the opportunity for students to experience extremes in a setting where it is safe to experientially learn without consequences to a patient's health.
A recent poll of 47 second semester nursing students found that 81% preferred standardized patients over a mannequin. Many reported that human actors would enhance their knowledge and skills, as these scenarios would be more realistic and bypass many of the limitations of the mannequins. Funds would go towards paying the standardized patients, paying staff to manage the standardized patients, supplies and equipment to augment the student's experience, and professional development to learn how to best utilize the standardized patients to maximize student outcomes.
This program's impact on the community is immense. Nursing graduates, now more than ever, must adapt quickly to complex and dynamic environments. Harford students, most entering the workforce in a county hospital or care facility, will graduate ready to provide safe and quality patient care to thousands in need, improving care across Harford County.
HCC endeavors to be the leaders in the region's associate degree nursing education, and we know that this funding would set us apart as frontrunners in nursing education and allow our students to excel as professional registered nurses.
Way to go, Changemakers.
That's our newest mannequin.
Well, Tequity for All texted me while you guys were up here, and they said you can borrow their robots if you want to. So it's up, just connect with them afterwards. See, I made a connection for you. But what a great concept to add the human dimension to that training. So that's great. All right, Eric, what would you like to hear about the foundation?
Okay, nurses are critical pieces to the puzzle when providing comprehensive care for patients. Your idea to provide more simulation education will benefit students as they transition to the workforce. Can you expand on how this idea will benefit the larger community in Harford County?
Sure. So, and I think that that's the best thing about this is that if you think about one nursing student, how many lives one person is going to touch, thousands, maybe even millions, and it can touch you all in the audience and also your family and friends in the community. So this is something that is really needed. It already shows in the literature great effects, great impacts on our students, and this is really what they want. And I'll just add that we are in the business of changing lives by preparing nurses who will change lives.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Okay. How we doing, Harford County? We're doing good? Okay, good. You're full of energy. That's good because we're like over the halfway point now, and it's like early. We have this room until 11:30 p.m., I think Jacqueline said. So we can stay and do an after party and raise a roof and celebrate and all that good stuff. All right, well, feel free to get up and stretch around your seat if you need to, if you're getting crampy, but not before you hear from the next Changemaker. I want to invite up One Touch. All right.
I started to drape my first client. One second. Please, not too tight. In the past, she had been strangled. The shaking American vet. Miss, don't use the scissors or the trimmers around my ear. Obviously, he'd been touched by war trauma. Harford County, our vulnerable citizens aren't so hard to reach, yet remain untouched from the benefits from One Touch. My name is Lisa. I began working as a 1,000-hour stylist, and as my passion for touching anything, hopeful to beautify anything, grew, my purpose became clear. We as people are made on purpose for one purpose, to unite peacefully by offering new life to all God's people. One Touch is a community of licensed 35 apprenticing beauty professionals offering free services to the vulnerable population. Since 2021, 300 haircuts were gifted through Project Connect and the Welcome One shelter to our homeless and at risk. Last year, approximately 150 beauty services were provided to homebound citizens affiliated with Lorien and Bel Air and Havre de Grace, Forest Hill Rehab, and Upper Chesapeake Hospital. As an owner of Maryland Pro Wash, we seek to hire those who are newly released from incarceration and active in recovery. Through a lifetime of community service work, and along with my time as a pastor at Mountain Christian Church, located in the epicenter at the Edgewood campus, our partnership for community reach throughout Harford County, it is far and it is wide. I'm out of time already. I was the one who wanted the walk-up music, you guys, all right? Because here's the thing, like seriously, let me settle in, all right? I really want to reach the unreachable, touch the untouchable, do the impossible with one touch, baby. All right, look, we don't need to open up a new shop. We just don't, all right? We just need to better swing doors wide open of already existing salons to provide safe space for transformation for One Touch. In time, vouchers will provide a new salon experience. How? A prompt to consider a financial gift at the end of every single client with partnering salons. Yes, the work is already getting done, but winning this challenge will allow us to officially launch this destined nonprofit, to go and grow, to be able to purchase traveling salon equipment and host 6 pop-up events over the next 12 months. And only with the $25,000 can we begin the work of working against extraction and move toward empowerment for our professional beauty community. Did you know, according to salary.com, for full-time barbers, it's just over $35,000 per year for their salary. Benefits for them? Unheard of. United Way's website shows this is just shy of the poverty rate for a family of 4 in Maryland. Consider this, clients of One Touch are more confident to apply and are eligible to land employment. Statistics show that 91% of employees consider personal grooming and appearance when evaluating job candidates. Just ask us about untouched versus healthy touch and its health effects. How far can we go, you can ask. I partnered with a salon in Bel Air that helps send a team of us to the some unreached people in Africa. And when I was going, I was told, kid, you can't change the world. And maybe I can't change the world, but my God, we can touch it. United by beauty and restoring dignity to the untouched. My name is Lisa. Let's start with One Touch in Harford County.
All right, great, thank you. Good job. You know, last year at Project Connect, and you might recall this woman, there was a woman that came in, she had just gotten to this country not too long ago, and she came in with a frown, she was nervous, and she walks into Project Connect, and she sits down at one of your chairs, and she gets a haircut. And on her way out, that frown was turned upside down, and she mentioned to me that this was the first haircut she had ever received in her entire life, and the whole demeanor was changed, and just that dignity and that self-esteem that everybody deserves was seen through One Touch. So that's great. All right, Mulu, you're up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. I was so engrossed with the... Your idea will certainly help rebuild the confidence of those who may often be overlooked, especially here in Harford County, as they take their next step to self-sufficiency. Can you talk more about long-term sustainability, long-term plan of your idea?
Yes, thank you. As of now, we're all just giving our gifts, and I'm cutting hair just to provide money in order to gift to stylists if they need a stipend. In the future, we hope to continue to network with local stylists. We also know how to host events that would be networking. We work with Extreme Family Outreach in the Epicenter, and I have been watching all this time how to run a nonprofit. So I'm very well aware of networking events. Nothing is set in place because I'm still dreaming, I'm still hoping, I'm still waiting to see what's happening next. But surely after being a business owner of 20 years, you can trust that we'll be able to handle it.
Okay, cool. That's great. Thank you. Okay, let's hear the big plans of Technology for Causes. Come on down.
All right, well, this evening, just seeing everybody here, hearing all these ideas, really inspired me to really kind of change my talk last second. So my sales team director who helped me with this is going to tell me, I told you so, you're never going to get done. They're going to kick you off the stage because the horn's going to go. But Technology for Causes exists because we want to help other nonprofits. Every one of these stories that I've heard, my mind's spinning with how we can help bring advanced technology that will be donated to them, and how we can connect to other networks that we have that we're helping to build within our program, and to have another program within our program, which is a mentoring program we call the Transformation Guild, where we hire, in fact, we have a volunteer that's going to run it this summer, experienced program manager. We already have about 6 students in it, and they're going to be assigned to many initiatives. So the focus of our big idea here is for volunteerism. Volunteerism is the lifeblood of nonprofits. It's on a downtrend. The reason for that is it's hard for nonprofits to connect to everybody that they need to connect to. That's why a lot of the other changemakers are here and looking for help. Connections are hard because it all gets down to telling a story. Because the main story of a nonprofit is easy. That's what we hear here. But to really get people to engage, you kind of have to solve what's called the last mile, which is you have to find a way to tell that story that resonates with the person who's going to volunteer, or the person that's going to donate, or the person that's going to help provide a supply. Fortunately, there's a lot of people that can help with connections. To just pick 2 subsets of populations, we have 12,000 high school students. Many of them need service hours. Many of them looking to give back. You have a 17% retiree population. So these are just 2 of many, many groups. But how do you reach all these connections? So this is just one component of our overall nonprofit. But this Harford Helps concept, 2 approaches to the solution. One is a centralized hub, which is a one-stop shop where all of these stories and all of these nonprofits can be found by people. Because I think there's a whole lot of people I know. I could probably get somebody to come to help every one of these missions, but there's no one place where anyone can go and hear all this. So that's the first thing. And the second is a storytelling platform. And the idea is we have an AI-powered technology that we can tell stories at scale. Because to me, what's important isn't the global story, but it's the specific story. And I'll give one example. So I play a lot of baseball, a lot of adult old man baseball. And we, 8 years ago now, we had somebody go down, 58-year-old, with a heart attack. And fortunately, I had an AED in my Jeep, which is another story, but we saved him. I went and told that story at a next event to 100 people, and 17 of those people bought an AED. It's amazing, right? And one of those AEDs saved someone at a swimming pool the next summer. So that's the luckiest person on the planet. So what we're trying to do is basically create this type of multiplying effect for all nonprofits. So why invest in us? Because of that multiplying effect. It takes many forms, but the horn sounds, so thank you.
Did you call me a horn? Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. All right. Okay. Well, that's great. You know, to start a nonprofit is very expensive. And so to help them out with the website and then to connect them to volunteers, that's just a win-win all around. So that's a really great idea. All right, Jacqueline, what do you got for Technology for Causes?
Yeah, thank you. I can really see this opportunity unifying our county and our community by offering a central repository for volunteer opportunities. I also could really see this benefiting our students here at Tune who are always looking for ways to get involved, wanting to volunteer, especially ones that specifically fit interest and availability. So can you talk a bit more about how you plan to market and raise awareness about your program as it begins to launch?
Yeah, the big way of doing this is really what we found is the most effective program that we started was actually the mentoring program, because everybody, that really resonates with a lot of people. And what we've been able to do, last year we hired 2 students, and we were able to actually build about 25 websites with those 2 students. Now, one of those websites helped, and we also built an iPad application which helped the Harford Family House Home Run Derby. They're going to be able to run 20% more teams through that, and if you do the math, that has a potential $10,000 impact on just that one nonprofit because of the project we did last year. So now we tell that story. I've told that story to 500 old man baseball players like myself, and I've raised another $15,000 this year to expand the mentoring program. What we want to do is have the United Way turbocharge us and really be able to basically expand that mentoring program. And one of the things that we will do is have them work on every one of the projects we've heard tonight. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. You see that? You see that little connection being made there? That's what I'm talking about. So, John, get ready. You're about to get real busy. All right, folks. We have one more big idea to share, and I'm going to call down our friend from the Compress and Shock Foundation.
Before I start, I swear I didn't make him go before me. Wait till you see this. Okay. So I'm going to play a video, and that's going to play in the background while I speak. My name is Mike Abraham. I'm an emergency physician at Upper Chesapeake. I've been in Harford County now for 16 years. And this is what we're trying to prevent. You're going to see videos of people basically dying. And this is what happens before they can get to me in the emergency department. And so, old man baseball, no offense, he was, this happens in baseball, this happens in sports, this happens in family members, this happens in the NFL, this happens in professional soccer athletes. And what we want to do is get everybody comfortable using AEDs and learning how to do CPR. So, but the important thing about this, and the reason why I brought this up, is because a couple years ago, the New England Journal of Medicine, which is one of the most important medical journals, came out and said that there's a disparity in health equity difference about using these things, and minorities don't do as well with out-of-hospital cardiac arrest. And so there's a big difference when people are in a minority or in a less of a socioeconomic status. And so we want to teach people how to do this so that they don't have a problem, they can use AEDs and CPR, and they can come to the hospital alive. So we buy the AEDs, we do training, all based on the foundation. And the whole point is to teach people not to be afraid to use an AED and know how to use CPR so that people can live, right? That's the whole point of living. And it's all free. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to get donations, we want to buy the AEDs, and we want to bring this together so that we can help people get to the hospital alive. We have a couple of days that we focus on currently. We do the first Saturday in June, which is coming up really close, and then we do one in October, which is the World Start a Heart Day. So we're the only foundation in the United States that does this. If you try to do this through the American Heart Association or the American College of Cardiology, they charge you a big fee to do this. We do this for free. We've had this in a couple of other states. We have 10,000 learners. We've placed over 175 AEDs, and this has only been going on since 2017. But I've been working at Upper Chesapeake, and I've done this for a while, and I'm having a really hard time getting it started in Harford County. So that's why I did the grant. We have a Spanish language curriculum, so we can teach Spanish members. I did one in sign language, so people could do it. I don't know sign language, but I had a person interpret everything, which was pretty cool. We've done some training in Towson. So all we need is some training, anybody, anywhere, anytime. And thank you for everything.
Okay, thank you. Truly a life-saving idea there, especially in a region where so many people don't live near a medical facility, so thank you. All right, Mulu, let's hear from you on this final big idea.
I love this idea. I know it's a great idea for Harford County residents who live in communities without immediate healthcare access, and it will directly benefit those who are often impacted by cardiac arrest, and which will directly benefit underserved communities. I wonder if you could elaborate on, if you can share more about how you plan to roll out this idea in the communities and what communities are you targeting?
Yeah, so our current model, we've used, we use local non-for-profit, so there's other groups in the area that have already done some of these things. So there's the Bailey Bullock Foundation, she's a mom who lost her son at a track meet in the area, and she has a foundation, so we plan to partner with groups like that. I plan to partner with the hospital, Upper Chesapeake Foundation, to try to expand the group as much as possible. We've used local churches. There's also the African American Coalition that we've tried to involve as well. So the more people, it's a very scary thing. I mean, I'm trained in emergency medicine, so it's not something that scares me, and it shouldn't, if you see me at the bedside, you're like, oh, he doesn't look scared, but that's a good thing. I get it for I get it for the rest of the world, right? It's not something that you feel comfortable with and do. So we try to teach people that it's comfortable to do this. It's comfortable when you see the AED, know what to do. And it's more of a training about what to do when this happens. And so there's a lot of opportunity, even if you're not the one doing CPR or putting on the AED, to learn how to call somebody, what to do, help your family members. Because if, for every minute you don't do CPR, there's about a 10% chance that you lose lack of survival. So after a couple of minutes waiting for, in Harford County, 10, 15 minutes for the ambulance to get there, there's no chance of survival. So teaching people how to do this is important.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay, so many great presentations. Wouldn't you agree? All right, let's get, no, I got walk-up music. All right. Let's just give it up one more time for all of our change makers here tonight. Yeah. Each and every one of them is already a winner because they've already planted a seed here this evening. They've already done a really big thing. So proud of all of them. We want to thank our judges who are about to leave the room in just a moment and give some careful consideration to all of our change makers and their presentations. So thank you for your observations, your insights, and the work that you're going to do. Again, I do not envy you, but thanks for the work that you're about to do. All right, we're going to transition now to another part of our award giving this evening, and it's the Audience Choice Award, okay? And this is how it's going to work, my friends. Everyone here and everyone online is able to vote for your change maker that you want to see win $5,000 through the audience choice voting, okay? All right, you can, and actually let me say this because we're kind of in a dead spot here on the campus. So you want to log on to the university's Wi-Fi. Their network is TU, I think, dash open access. That's a Wi-Fi. It'll give you a better connection there as you get ready to vote. You can either point your camera from your cell phone to the QR code and then choose your change maker that way. If that is not working for you, no worries. Go to the website that's up on here and you can vote that way as well. Again, that's $5,000 for the winner of our audience choice voting. And if you need help with voting, just flag down one of our team members. Yep. So, which are right there, the people lifting their hands. And then also right in this little card, there's a QR code there. If it's easier for your phone to grab it from there, you can vote in that way as well. All right. Okay, so I think that's it. I think you guys got it. You're doing some audience choice voting. It's going to be tough to choose. 10 minutes, yeah, about 10 minutes. I think the judges should be back in about 10 minutes. So if you haven't yet stopped by SoBar, please do so. They have delicious beverages there. Grab a snack, chit-chat outside. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Alrighty, my friends. Okay, yeah, see, Angela, you got the spirit. That's right. Because tonight already feels like a winner, doesn't it? Okay. All right, the judges are back and their votes are in. All right, and you get to hear them in just a second, but not before I get one more opportunity to thank our judges. Real quick, I want to extend our gratitude for your thoughtful and your diligent evaluation of so many great ideas that we heard here this evening. So thank you. Thank you for supporting our Changemakers in this way. So before we give you the choices from the judges, we're going to give you the winner of our Audience Choice Award. So listen, you guys are really good at the walk-up music, so I know you have a killer drum roll. So can I get the drum roll for the Audience Choice Award? All right, and the winner of our Audience Choice Award is Compress and Shock Foundation. Come on down. All right. Come on down and congratulations. We're gonna take a picture with you real quick right over here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some excitement. Okay, congratulations. All right, congratulations. Okay. No, we'll have you sit down and we'll call you. All right, cool. Okay. Now, let's move on to announce the investments chosen by our panel of judges, our community leaders. All right, let me get that drum roll again. As I reveal to you, the $10,000 investment will be made with Tequity for All. Come on down. All right. Tequity for All. Oh, right over here. You gotta do your robot walk, though. You gotta do your... Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Congratulations. All right, yeah, now you got to do the work. You're holding the award. Okay, all right. Our $15,000 investment is going to go to, drum roll, Technology for Causes. All right. Huh.
Congratulations.
All right, John, congratulations. Okay. All right, thanks, congratulations. Okay, and, okay, our big drum roll. I need a big drum roll on this one, a big one, a big one. Our $25,000 investment in Harford County is going to go to the Compress and Shock Foundation. So let's give it up for Compress and Shock Foundation. All right.
Can I end up in my emergency?
Congratulations. Thank you. No. No, yeah. At the end, all the winners will meet outside and take a picture of all of our winners. But one more time, can we give it up for all of our 2024 Changemaker recipients? We can't wait to see your ideas come to life. So congratulations. We're so grateful for all the ideas that were submitted, and we celebrate all the entrants into our Harford County Changemaker Challenge. So United Way and I thank you very much for making a difference in Harford County. Yes? We can absolutely do that, yes. I know, they did have a very tough job. All right, thank you. All right, and thank you everyone for coming here and celebrating with us this evening. This is just the beginning. So have a good night and drive safe, and we'll see you again real soon, okay? All right. Food, oh yes. I was told to tell you to eat all the food before you leave.
To-go boxes
yeah.
too.
To-go boxes so you can feed your family.